This is a pretty good conversation. I feel like I should be waiting on an easier game. Do you think that's happening? Let me go back to that first. Do you think that it's happening right now in the industry? That we're starting to see a return to form kind of thing?
You ever not realize how much you need water till you start drinking some?
Yeah, you're telling me. Hold that.
So one, yes, I absolutely think it's happening. Just companies aren't making projected numbers. They're trying to go under the presumption that's like, well, yes, if we put in nth $1 million, like we should get this level of return, when it's just not the case. Like a lot of people are just priced out of gaming in a way that we weren't like 5 or 10 years ago. So a lot of gamers are priced out of the way that they used to game 5 or 10 years ago, where
True.
like in my case, I was able to buy every fighting game that would come out when it would come out, all the time, always. Right now, like I want to buy Invincible Versus, even though I'm of the mind where it's like, this game might not have like a shelf life. It might not make the distance that some of these other games are making, but it could be like a fun short-term game to play for like videos or content or whatever it may be, where now I have to consider that more. It's like, I would rather buy Marvel Tokon because I think that game has a little bit more staying power than Invincible Versus does. So I'm taking that much more consideration into my purchases. And that doesn't just happen with me. That happens with everyone because cost of living is more expensive. Gas is more expensive. Making food or whatever, like it's making it so that, yeah, you might get the game eventually, but there's a lot less day one purchases. And then as time goes on, people are realizing with the content around that game, because, you know, sometimes it's so polarizing that that game might not end up being the purchase that they wanted anyways.
You know what's kind of I don't know, it gave me this kind of surreal, like scary thought feeling when I heard this. Did you know that video games are the #1 most profitable form of entertainment, period?
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. Well,
What scares me about that though is because I thought, like, even with what you were just saying, which is true, that video games are on the decline, it still literally is more profitable than all streaming services, all movies that have been in the theaters. Like literally video games are the #1 most profitable thing. It's insane actually. And it's like not close. What's scary to think about that is the
monopoly.
Following through the thought process with that, which my thought process is like, you know what, it makes sense because even though video games are incredibly expensive, you buy the game and you pretty much play it, right? You can buy all these other attachments with it or whatnot, but if you already have the console, it's just simple as playing the game. You already are paying your power bill. You're already paying for your internet bill. Why not utilize your time to play video games? It actually does save you money if you think about it.
Yes.
Because if, say I wanted to go out to the lake, right? It's like, let's go out to the lake. Okay.
And I love doing that.
Let's go ahead and take into account how much gas it's going to cost to get you out there. You're probably going to need some food. You're probably going to need to buy a parking pass. You know, all these things actually do add up. And then you're like, fuck, I just dropped $150 for one day.
And that's on the lighter side, if you ask me. Like, you know,
same with golfing. If I want to go golf, you got to think about the gas. You got to think about how much it's going to cost for you to go play. It's gonna, your food, your all of that shit.
Picking
and
up
by the
golf
end of
balls.
the day, at the end of the day, you're going to be like, I dropped like $150 for one day of doing something, as opposed to being like, I just dropped $70 on this game that I'll probably play for like a few weeks.
Oh yeah.
So what's scary to me to think about, like what's scaring me thinking about that is the fact that if everybody's doing that, right, then how much control does that have over people with this one form of entertainment, you know? Like if you control the whole industry with this one thing, then there's not going to be anybody to stand up against that with their wallet, because that's what they do. It's like, yeah, I can, you know, piss and moan about the way the industry is right now, but either way, I'm going to end up playing video games still.
Yes.
Like the only way you can counteract that is by playing older video games or by playing older systems and stuff like that. But I just don't think there's enough people that are going to do what I do. And I think enough people are just going to keep putting up with it until it's at a point where it's like you end up spending $150 a day on a video game because that's literally what the video game demands in order to play it. And that's a terrifying thought. And it is going to end up like Player One, I feel like. Ready Player One, which is scary. And I can't believe I actually think that's a possibility, but I really do. And that, like AI is the number one like
most pervasive thing right now.
Right now, and unfortunately it's just making so much money for people, right? It at least in our area, it's one of the most best paying jobs in the area, unfortunately, because I'm not okay with how much water it's consuming and stuff like that. I'm definitely not okay with that.
I also think it is on the decline, though.
It is on the decline in specific areas, but unfortunately, it's actually increasing in certain aspects because of NVIDIA's partnership.
Yeah.
I can't talk too much about it because unfortunately I do work for one of the companies, but it is actually turning profit. We had a huge meeting about it, and I mean, I say unfortunate because I don't think it's actually going to be good for the long term.
No,
I don't think AI is going to have very good effects on the way people do. Because I've heard arguments both sides because of where I work, and I've heard people kind of shed some light on a perspective I didn't think about, where it's like, well, yeah, you'll be able to get the answers quicker that you want. You'll be able to problem solve a lot easier using AI. You'll be able to make up like a portfolio the way that you want to using AI. Like it's more of a tool to benefit how you look. And I was like, I see it that way too. But I was like, but if it does everything for you and requires no brain power, I was like, what are you really sacrificing? Your intelligence because you don't want to fucking exercise your problem solving skills? I'm like, if you literally just allow the AI to do everything for you, it's going to make you fucking senile. You're not going to fucking do shit.
Well, dude, and I'm already seeing it right now. Like, I'm kind of, one, it's a good conversation right now that we're having, but like, I'm also kind of using that as like, I'm pretty sure this is the boss.
Okay.
I'm like scared because I don't want to fucking die. But.
And I know I sound like a hypocrite because I work there, but I'm not even kidding. It's literally one of the only jobs that pays this well. I've looked. And I do enjoy what I do at my job. I'm not trying to say I hate my job or anything like that. I'm just giving my opinion on the overall of AI in general. I enjoy the job itself at the basic form. It's fun to do. I like the people that I work with, and it pays well. I'm just saying, like, if we're looking at the bigger picture of everything, I don't know if I'm on board with that,
And I'm in the same boat. Like, I don't really interact with AI much at all. Like, there have been times where I use it, but then there's like, I'm gonna say I've used it like 2%, but everything else, like but I've already seen like the negative ramifications of like people using AI. We have fucking neighbors that have been like, oh yeah, I asked Chat GPT how to do this. I'm like, oh dude, are you fucking serious? Like this chick that I ran by, like she's like, oh, can I ask you a question? I was like, yeah, what's going on? She's like, oh, okay, so like I went to go put gas in my car, and I went inside while my gas was pumping, and for some reason the gas didn't stop coming out and it overflowed and made a puddle and everything. And it's like, oh, do you think I could get a refund on the gas that overflowed? I'm like, no. And she's like, yeah, I asked ChatGPT what it thought. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, are you like, and these two people, they're in a relationship, they say all the time, it's like, oh yeah, I asked ChatGPT this. I'm like, dude, use your fucking brain.
Yeah, see, I don't like basic everyday like problem solving. I don't fucking ever use ChatGPT. But like if I go to Google something, it gives you an AI overview of what you're Googling. I think that's okay. So that's what I'm saying. Like when like I was Googling something about my car. I'm not super knowledgeable about cars, so I was like, okay, I'm having a misfire going from first gear to second gear. And an AI overview gave me, it was like, it could be a number of these things. Like, did you try this one? Did you try this one? That is different because in a way I'm educating myself because I'm learning about the car. I'm not going like, ChatGPT, what do I do? Do I go to this place or this place?
Give me a step-by-step tutorial.
You know what I mean? Like, that's different. It's like, okay, figure it out. Call around and ask who's got the better options. You know what I mean? Like, that's different. Learning about something so that you can have that knowledge for later I think is also different. You know what I mean? Like,
well, like
that's why I'm torn on it.
So it's like you're asking it something in your case to do it in a means for yourself versus asking
to fuck, like, yeah, I know what you're about to say. Like asking it like in basic everyday problem solving skills. Like, do I call Tires Plus or do I call this
having
place
it
to
do
get
something for
It's
you.
like, why don't you fucking call both of them, see what they're pricing you at, and figure it out from there?
Yeah, it's
like,
like, all right, I'm gonna fucking rip
sorry,
the
I know
Band-Aid.
we're
Please
fucking
do
rambling,
not stop.
But that's different because it's like use your fucking brain, like figure it out, you know. But like,
oh, dude, I think
as far as like my engine misfiring, how the fuck am I supposed to know why it's misfiring?
Cody,
you know? I'm not a mechanic.
I think this boss is hard.
Really?
I think so. Oh, fuck. I don't think I have the faculties to do this. Okay, I'm just gonna
Run.
time to nut up or shut up.
Oh God. Oh my God. Heal, heal, heal. Heal. Or roll. I meant to say roll. There you go.
Both is true.
There you go. Okay.
Oh God.
Okay. Nice.
I'm glad I took the armor off, I think. I can't see. You're a bitch.
You're gonna heal. You're gonna want to heal. There you go. Roll, roll. Ah! Got a little greedy on the second heal, I think.
So the problem is
There you
there's
go.
these little lava craters in the thing that I could do this.
Speaking of fire, I think I have some candles going off. I need to
Okay, so you clipped me, huh? Get up, you
just play it
motherfucker.
safe. Yep, looking good.
I can't see.
Oh, fuck. Oh. Nice.
That's fine. Stop doing that. Nice try,
Nice.
loser.
Looking good.
Okay, clipped.
Oh,
Get up.
nice. Careful, careful.
It's my secret cap. I'm always careful. Come on. Koi.
Bro, this boss fight is just the gorilla that kills Tarzan's parents.
It reminds me of the meme where it's like, you know, Tarzan, that was pretty good for your first time. It's like, no, not Tarzan first time. It's like, is Jane first time? It's like, well, no, but it's like, Tarzan not first time. It's like, Tarzan, you don't have to lie. Ah! Hold on, hold that thought. Important things are happening. Nice try, loser.
Oh shit. Lock in, lock in.
Running, running, I'm running. I'm running. He's
Oh,
very
shit.
aggressive.
He's getting very aggressive. Yeah, just lock in. Careful. Yeah. He's almost done.
Yes, he is. Quite.
There you go. Now focus. Oh shit, just focus. Got him.
Oh my god.
There it is.
He was right up on my dick.
Nice, dude.
Oh my god. My life hath flashed before my fucking eyes, bro.
We could probably stop there if you want.
Yeah, no, that sounds good.
Hell yeah, dude. We got through a boss.
Woo! I was lost as shit, let me tell you, bro. That ant farm that I cycled through. But now to answer your question in full detail. Yes, I think... so what would I do to kind of have the gaming market bounce back from where it is? Where's this bitch, by the way?
I don't know. You got a lot of souls, though.
Yeah, I'm trying to spend them. Where is this hoe? That is not a woman, sir. This here's a hoe.
This here's a hoe.
I'm gonna have to do more grinding off screen to get our healing supplies back up to snuff. Where the fuck is this bitch? Oh, there she is. What's up, ladyface? What's up, girl? Yeah, baby. How'd you know? I would love to. She is my type. I think vitality, probably. We're poor, much like real life. Okay, so what I would do to have the gaming market bounce back. So what I think the realistic answer is the gaming market needs to crash.
Right.
So that they can shift focus on smaller scale projects to actually kind of see any kind of return on investment, because right now the people that are leading the game are the developers and publishers that have kind of stayed in the good graces the whole time. So like your FromSofts, your Capcoms, your Konamis.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So those are the only ones that are still doing well. Everyone else is trying to follow the mainstream formula of getting as much revenue out of their title as possible by putting in microtransactions or battle passes, or like, polluting their content with more ways to milk money out of the player. Skins is a big one right now too. Skins are overpriced as fuck for what actual content, air quotes around that they're actually delivering. I think is a crock of bullshit. So in ways, I think we're already seeing that shift with developers like Ubisoft, because it's like, okay, we're failing. We need to flip gears. I think it is a bit of a cop-out to go to a already proven formula with Assassin's Creed Black Flag. That doesn't mean it's not okay. It just feels like a cop-out versus making something new. But the water is so tainted with what you made out of what's new that there's no way that you have the trust. You have to build back up your trust in the community that you can continuously make good products so that you can potentially get back in everybody's good graces.
And with that being said, I completely agree with you. I do think that's happening right now. And I think a big part of what I think will help kind of get things back into a state that it once was, like in the 2000s. I think this goes in across the board, by the way, not just video games, but the way we market stuff.
Yeah.
The age of minimalism in marketing is horrible. I hate it. Remember when logos used to have like character to them? You already see where I'm going with this? So Xbox is already starting to kind of rework its entire brand with this, right? It's going back to the Xbox marketing of the original Xbox, which I love, with the whole green aesthetic and stuff like that. It's going back to that. And there was another brand that's reworking its logo to look more old school too. And I noticed the comments were like, are we just starting to see like the age of minimalism go away? And I was like, I fucking hope so. Like, we need to... And you want to know what I think ruined it? Was fucking Apple.
McDonald's.
I think Apple, dude.
You
Apple
might be
with
onto
the
something.
literal fucking Apple symbol on everything, and everyone's like, yeah, that's Apple. I'm like, and then every other fucking company was like, we just need to have a minimal symbol like that. And same with the fucking fast food restaurants around here. Remember when they all had fucking character and now they're all fucking gray and boring?
They had play places and game cubes and N64s. Yeah, of course.
And they all had eras of different stuff they would go through. And then
my favorite thing was breaking your neck at a Walmart to play a trial or the video game of whatever was on a CRT display in the gaming section.
Yeah.
You'd crane your neck up and look, oh, this is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, and they would let you like try games and stuff like that. Yeah, totally. And like in each one of those video game companies, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, all had like a aesthetic about them. Now you look at PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo, and it's literally just a PlayStation symbol, Xbox symbol, and then just Nintendo, and it's just red, green, and blue. It's boring as fuck. And like,
I think Nintendo still has it like a little bit, and I still feel that kind of Nintendo, as much of a Nintendo hater as I am, you still feel that bit of Nintendo magic when you play their games. As much as I'm against their politics in which they develop games, or like, you know, pricing or whatever it may
economics
be,
and stuff,
everything around their games sucks. Their games are actually just good.
Yeah.
So like Nintendo still has that charm about it a bit, and it's never been like, Nintendo's never been the pinnacle of pushing graphical leaps and boundaries or everything like that. They've always made the most out of what they've had, and they're still doing that in their game development. Like the Switch 2's come out.
Yeah.
Is it the most revolutionary system ever? No, it has the strength of a PS4.
No,
but what it does with those graphical confines is still pretty impressive. So you still get these iconic designs of characters. Like, I'm actually a fan of the way new Donkey Kong looks. It makes going back to old Donkey Kong look a little weird, actually, with his fucking retractable vampire teeth that come out. Like, sometimes he's all gums, and then sometimes the fucking teeth come out.
I know, but no, I actually agree with what you're saying. Like, I think PlayStation's still putting out good games here and there. I do. And I hope that Xbox will be back on track with the Halo remake and stuff like that. I think it was a bad move to put it on PlayStation, quite frankly. I think they should have kept their exclusives on Xbox to have a reason to fucking buy one. But in general, I'm just saying that it's not so much about the game itself. It's more about the marketing of their whole thing. You know what I mean? Like PlayStation is still putting out good games. I just think that the PlayStation market, like the way their commercials look, and where it's just like the PlayStation symbol and it's blue and it just says the play has no limits or whatever the fuck it is. Like, that's what I'm talking about. It's the way that they market their shit. Like, look at this Demon Souls logo. You see how the fucking font is on it? It's got like character to it and shit. Like, it's better than just fucking Demon Souls in the most generic fucking...
Yeah, like fucking...
You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, an Xbox is starting to rebrand that now. They're having that green logo. They're having the old school Xbox that it looked on the original Xbox. I'm like, dude, that's sick. That makes me like excited for where Xbox is going to go. That's what we need to get out of, is the minimalism shit. I'm
with
like,
that
it's
too,
boring looking.
Like,
you know?
with PlayStation, because I'm obviously more familiar with PlayStation, but like even just like the customization of like the HUD of like your basic menu when you navigate your PlayStation or whatever, where it gives you the selectables like, oh, hey, do you want it to feel more like PS1, 2, 3, 4, whatever? It's like, oh yeah, I'm going back to the fucking... I'm doing everything except the PS5 because it's lost that sense of character. Like, you started to get that feeling during the PS3 era where it's just like, oh, it's just this fucking navigating menu that's like boring as shit, versus like with the fucking towers of the PS2, or like when you start up a PS1 game and you get the and like just this total like...
That's what I'm saying. But that's like all 2000 stuff, bro. The 2000s had the best era for like everything had its own brand and had its own feel and own sound and own marketing, and everything, like, it was just so distinct, you know? And I think like the Switch to the Switch 2, it's basically just the Switch. Was the Switch cool? Yeah, it was fucking way cool when it first came out, you know? Like, that was innovative. But you look at the Switch 2 and you're like, all right, it looks like the Switch, just a little bit buffed up. You know, you go to PlayStation 2, you're like, dude, this fucking thing looks like a monster. Like, this looks completely different.
It just makes me think when they're developing when they were developing games for the Switch, it like, you know, obviously it's a parts upgrade from Switch 1 to Switch 2, other than like some like, oh, the magnetic controllers or whatever, where it's like the development process for these games, the developers were saying is like, man, developing for this shit fucking sucks.
Yeah.
It's like, can we get something a little bit beefier? It's like, all right, switch to.
That's what I think is cool about the Steam machine coming out. It's new.
Isn't it out?
The machine, no, the controller's out.
Okay.
But it's new. It's a new idea. It's something that hasn't been seen before in the gaming industry. It's literally a fucking PC you can take anywhere.
It's like something I would want to give my kid if I were to give them the gateway door into PC gaming.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, obviously you have laptops and stuff, but we're talking like pretty much a full-fledged PC that can be played
laptops
on a fucking television or with mouse and key on a monitor. And it's literally this big. That is innovation, I think. I'm like, that's a cool direction for the industry to go, you know? Does it scare me a little bit about the potential of that? If that becomes super profitable, then, you know, Valve has a fucking monopoly on everything then, you know, which is kind of scary. But then again, you know, as it stands right now, I would rather give my money to something that Valve is making with how much they give back to the player than I would to fucking give it to PlayStation, Xbox. You don't have to fucking pay a monthly subscription to play online with Steam. Games go on sale all the time on the Steam.
You know what?
Valve develops games that are innovative. You know what you see where I'm going with this? It's like Valve is one of the few developers / manufacturers that I really do feel like is in favor of the player and not in favor of, you know, the what's the word I'm looking for? Like the
consumer,
not the consumer, but
the corporation,
the corporation, or the what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a corporate
hierarchy.
Yeah, the buyers, I guess, or like whoever owns your company.
The publishers, the manufacturers, the developers,
it's lost, but basically like the term that you would say for like the executives or whatever.
Sure.
Like you're favoring the players, not the executives. Like whoever it is, it's like, okay, or shareholders. Thank you. That's the word I'm looking for. You're favoring the player and not the shareholders, right? We're not going like, okay, but what's best for the people that own us, guys? Like, we need to make money for them, and that's what they want. It's like, who gives a fuck what they want? I'm the one buying your game.
Well, and here's the thing, Cody, is we're already in a monopoly. So the best course of action is to shift focus or shift the monopoly. You need to show that there's avenues of contention so that the monopoly has either room to be more player focused or just crumbles outright altogether. So, and if that is the path of going towards Valve, then yeah, I'm in favor of that. But on top of that, now that I think about that, I don't think I would give my child, unless they were of a certain age, a Steam machine, because having the idea of my child navigating a PC is scary, and I don't want them to end up with a virus and credit card information and all that. So if I have the option, I would like to give them a console just because of the scope of limitations that they don't have access to in a way. But my ultimate dream to do if my child were to be a gamer, assuming I would have a child, is to, as many of us gamers do, level them up with consoles throughout the years. So give them a PS1, give them a PS2, give them a fucking Game Boy, a DS. Like, have them experience the generation of gaming that I experienced, so that way they have greater appreciation where the gaming market came from versus where it is now. And where it is now fucking sucks anyway, so.
Yeah, I completely agree. And on that note, we should probably end it.
Yes.
My food's about to be here. So
thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see more, check out the rest of the channel. We have all kinds of different playthroughs that you guys can check out, as well as ones coming up in the future. We have some planned as well. And if you guys want to support us further, you can do so by checking out this guy at CodeMeisterP or CodeMeister_P, depending on where you're looking. He has a TikTok, SoundCloud, Twitch, all that good stuff. He's very musically inclined, so if you're looking at a majority of his content, expect very nicely compromised or composed musical pieces.
Thank you. And if you want to check out this guy, you can check him out at xg_sen or g_sen, where he does a lot of fighting game content, and he also streams on his Twitch account. He also has another channel called Crouch Block where he does analysis on video games and movies, kind of like how we talk about it here, but he actually does a whole breakdown video on it. You guys should go give that some love.
I am working on Crouch Block, a video of, and I've already done this video, but I'm a much better writer now than I was, unfortunately, I have to say this out loud, 6 years ago.
Dang.
Yeah, I know. But I'm going to be going through Spider-Man, the animated series from 1994, and talking about that show episode by episode. It starts out with Night of the Lizard, and, you know, we're going to progress through the seasons and then talk about other animated shows along the way. So that'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. I already almost had the first video done, so if that's something you guys want to look forward to, let me know. And if you guys have any suggestions for me, also drop that down below. We'll see you guys later. Peace.